Prospect Park is a beautiful place. Its 585 acres are home to Brooklyn's only lake, the borough's last remaining forest, hundreds of species of wildlife, and so much more. I've spent countless hours here over the past year. Neither rain, nor snow, nor heat, nor gale can keep me from making my rounds. I love to grab food and picnic near the boathouse or on the long meadow. I love to wander around and discover new places. I love to watch all the animals play. And most of all, I love to just be here. When stress chews me up, or when I'm feeling like garbage, I can always count on the park to put a smile on my face. And when I have a bit of extra energy at the end of the day, I sometimes just find myself here. No matter how often I visit though, I notice something new on each trip. The park changes constantly throughout the year, and I'm so lucky to have been here through it all. I'm not much of a morning person, and I don't usually drink coffee, but something about the winter cold makes me want to wake up early and grab a cup. When I do, I sit on a bench and enjoy the cold nipping my face and slowing down time. At first glance, it seems like the park has been slowed to a halt. The trees' bare branches don't move with the wind, and the water lies almost still. But the park is full of life. Birds play in the snow, ducks aren't fazed by a little ice, and some leaves even find a way to keep living. There's so much to see that I can spend hours at the park no matter the circumstances. There comes a time on each of my winter trips when I can no longer feel my fingers, but I can feel every breath go in my lungs, and I see clouds form as I mumble to myself in an attempt to stay warm. And I look at everything around me and realize that being cold, being here, for a little while longer, isn't so bad. Slowly but surely, the piercing cold softens to a pleasant, only mildly numbing cold, and the park receives a gentle wake-up call. Plants start to stretch out after a long sleep. The tender green leaves of daffodils spring up, and then pale crocus buds make their way through the blanket of fallen leaves. For the next several weeks, I'm greeted by a different bloom every time I visit the park. Leaves grow from barren branches and recover the trees, slowly and then all at once. Not everything green is greenery, though. But these things too signal a return of life to the park. The animals of the park soon find their partners, or try to at least. After getting to know one another, the ducks pair off and re-emerge weeks later with their new little Anatine wanderers. And they're not the only animals that are fecund. The park flourishes with new life. The swan introduces her seigneurs to the low water, and the turtles guide their young through the lake. New guests arrive too, as the park gets ready to celebrate. The park doesn't need a reason to party. The joy of being in full swing, its trees now full, and its flowers with company, is enough. During the day, geese bathe in the summer sun, and at night, fireflies float on the warm, humid air. The park is always teeming with life. In the blink of an eye, the seigneurs grow to the size of their mother, and the ducklings become almost indistinguishable from theirs. Occasionally, a force of nature interrupts the carnival of life. In the silence that follows, the park rests and resets and feels young again. The storm ushers in an even more playful ambiance. As the park basks in the fleeting days of warmth. Fall is a special time in the park. As the leaves slowly turn red, first somehow on the ground, and then on the trees, I'm overcome with appreciation for the park's continual metamorphosis. As I watch the park prepare for another winter, when it will nurture an entire ecosystem through cold, long months, I reflect on the ways the park took care of me the past year. I think about my long walks spent wondering what I wanted out of life. I haven't quite figured it out yet, and maybe I never will. But I did learn how to love life back a little, how to notice the beauty inside the park and out. Each colorful sunset, each animal playing around, was enough to fill my heart and make me want to walk again. I came back to the park almost every week for a whole year, and I can't wait to do it all again. It'll be fun.